Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Friday, September 22nd.
I want one of my council members to tell me how doing this is in the interest of our public.
That was Councilwoman Teresa Pontieri pontificating against more density in the Cascades development west of Seminole Woods Parkway. Amy Cherry has more on our top story.
Mayor David Alphen had what he called a simple answer to her question.
We are experiencing growth. Now, we have to master plan growth as best we can, but there's no denying growth. I mean, there's no way to stop that.
The two then went back and forth in a pointed exchange.
15,000 units we've just approved already this year aren't enough.
Are you putting a limit on growth?
Well, I'm not, but I haven't seen that demand, first of all.
Do you know what the median house price, single-family home, in the city of Palm Coast is?
No,
I will tell you what it is.
I would assume it's high.
It's approaching $400,000, which means one thing, that there's not enough inventory of dwelling units in the city of Palm Coast to accommodate the demand.
So
That's
let's
just
double
a plain
what's
fact.
approved and tank everybody's property values.
No, I didn't say everybody's. We're looking at each development one by one, but there's no denying growth. I mean, it does come with the hardships of congestion and traffic. There's no question about it.
My issue is the fact that we have 14,000 dwelling units in the pipeline right now just this year that we've approved, and this is adding to it. It matters how quickly we are adding units to this community, and that's it.
I have to correct the record here. Throwing out 14,000 units without defining a timeline is irresponsible. Those 14,000 units are over what period of time? How many years are they coming online? That's just not fair.
Mayor, I will get the exact numbers and I will present them during the next meeting.
Very good. Thank you.
Hear more from Mayor David Alphen on Free for All Friday on WNZF following the news at 9 a.m. I'm Amy Cherry.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. Flagler County deputies locate a fugitive during a traffic stop.
While a sheriff's deputy was on I-95 this week, he conducted a traffic stop for a problem with an unknown felon's car. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley says the traffic stop took a turn, resulting in an arrest.
She tried to disguise her identity and use a false name, but deputies saw through her escapades and found that she was a fugitive for a violent felony crime. She's now residing in the Green Roof Inn.
Sheriff Staley adds, if you are wanted, don't come to Flagler County. We will give you a place to stay.
Palm Coast is inviting you to Imagine 2050.
You can be a part of shaping the future of the city of Palm Coast with the launch of Imagine 2050, a comprehensive plan update that invites you to have a direct hand in the destiny of Palm Coast. Brittany Kershaw, Director of Communications and Marketing for the city of Palm Coast.
The tagline is going to be Imagine 2050, and it's going to serve as our community's blueprint, and it'll outline what our city looks like in the year 2050 and then how we're going to get there. Our first big kickoff meeting with the public is on Tuesday, October 11th from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Palm Coast Community Center.
City leaders, planners, and staff members will be present to listen, learn, and take notes. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
What better Friday story is there than one about flying?
Okay, this story is about Malia, one of the graduates of the Road to Success program. She said that she wants to be a flight attendant.
Well, I was going to go to Daytona State, but I decided that since I'm only 16, the only thing that I really plan on doing right now, when I turn 18, is to be a flight attendant and just travel for like 15, maybe 20 years. And then after that, I would be a dispatcher and probably go to college and get a 4-year degree for criminology.
Malia said there's a very good reason to be a flight attendant.
So I've always loved to travel, but I don't like going on car rides.
She said she much prefers seeing the world for free and still getting paid for it. You can listen to Flagler Health Matters here on WNZF Saturday mornings at 11:30 or on the Flagler radio app. From the WNZF newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
The weekend is here and there's plenty of family fun to be had in Flagler County. This is Stacy with Fun for Augie Kids.
This weekend, the Flagler Playhouse presents Hello Dolly. This musical bursts with humor, romance, energetic dance, and some of the greatest songs in musical theater history. Tomorrow, come help SMART of Flagler County celebrate their first year of rescue. This dog-friendly event will offer a car show, music, food trucks, vendors, photo booth, and a fun zone for the kids with a petting zoo and ponies. Join Flagler Warriors' 6th annual 5K Fun Run and Walk on Sunday. All proceeds will benefit Live Like Cameron, a local nonprofit providing financial assistance to local families with childhood cancer. Join the Florida Agricultural Museum for the Lost Arts Festival and come try your hand at canning, rope making, candle dipping, cracking a whip, and roping a cow. For more on these events and others, please visit us on our website at fun4augiekids.com. Have a great weekend.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.
And now, Mike Licio with your WNZF local sports update.
There was a crosstown showdown in volleyball this week on the frozen tundra of the Anderson Gym at FPC. Matanzas swept the Bulldogs 3-0 Wednesday night. After last night's sweep of Atlantic, the Pirates are 13-3 this year. Coach Dawn Moses says it's a new era at Matanzas.
I think the culture's changing at Matanzas. For the first time ever in Matanzas history, we're ranked in the top 20 in the state. I think we're doing good things, and I think we're starting to build the program.
Matanzas has won 10 of their last 11. Pirates center Thayer feels winning the River City Classic was a turning point.
I think our tournament this past weekend was really good. We came together against a really tough team. I feel like our confidence is pretty high for this season. This is one of the best records we've ever had as a program.
FPC setter Faith Daly passed the 500 assist mark against Beachside Tuesday in just her sophomore season.
It's a big accomplishment for me. This season, it's easier to get my assists and then with my hitters, and then I just have a better connection that I built over the years.
Football last night, FPC was at undefeated University. Max Prep's Florida State Player of the Week, Marcus Mitchell, put the Bulldogs up 7-0. 3 touchdowns by Kaden Gonzalez to Bryce Cox, Zyquan Neal, and Mikhail Zizek put FPC up 28-13 in the fourth. The Titans roared back to take a 29-28 lead with under 2 to go and blocked a Chase McGee field goal attempt with 20 seconds left to secure the win. The Bulldogs are now 2-2. They open district play at home next week against Ponte Vedra. Before that, though, Rich Carroll and I will be at homecoming at Matanzas for this week's game of the week against Atlantic. For Matt Forrest's team, it's just about making the plays that are there.
We're good from a knowledge standpoint. We know what to do. It's just the fine-tuning execution of how to do it.
Coverage begins at 6:55. Listen live on WNZF and the Flagler Radio app. Watch live on the Flagler Radio YouTube channel. The post-game edition of the Rich and Mike Sports Show will air at 7:30 a.m. tomorrow. Matanzas Swimming swept Palaca. FPC cross-country runner Jack Gilveri was the Rotary Student Athlete of the Month. The Jaguars take on Houston Sunday at 1. Hear that game and all Jaguar games here. We're your home for local sports with updates Mondays and Fridays. From the Sports Desk, I'm Mike Licio.